Hey everyone, today I have another review for you, and this one is of a set of hair extensions I received from Irresistible Me. The set of extensions comes beautifully packaged in this lovely black box. The first thing I noticed when I opened the box was that the hair was divided into two sections in the plastic packaging. The reason being is that you open the small side of the packaging that contains a piece of hair, you then test this hair against your own hair, and if it doesn't match you can simply return the extensions, that is providing that the other side isn't opened. So this is what the tester hair looks like. You get two pieces of hair that you try against your own head of hair. Then once you're confident that the colour is a good match, you open the other side of the bag. You get 5 sections of hair with 2 clips attached, and this is just what all 5 look like together, just to give you an idea of the thickness. You then get another piece of hair with 3 clips. It's slightly wider, as you can see here, and my ring finger is showing you the width of the 2 clip compared to the 3 clip section. Then the thickest of all the sections is this one here, and it has 4 clips across the top. So now I'm just going to show you how I got on with the extensions first. So as you can see, I'm holding up the tester piece of hair against my own hair, and it actually doesn't match my natural colour. I've never dyed my hair before, and this was purely down to the fact that I wanted to keep my natural hair colour. Unfortunately, due to my fantastic family genes, as you can see, my hair is already turning grey and I'm only 22. So before long my natural hair colour will be grey and I'll have to start dyeing it anyway. And this was the reason I wasn't pushed about the colour difference. I tend on staying brown anyway, so I'll just dye my hair to match the extensions. The hair extensions have these clips sewn on to the start of the hair which grip to your own natural hair and keep the extensions in place. The first thing I noticed about these were that they had quite a strong snap to them, so they're very sturdy and I can't see them going anywhere anytime soon. So now I'm just going to show you my natural hair before the extensions. Now you were probably wondering, why oh why do you need hair extensions, Eimear? Your hair is already so long. That's usually the reaction I get when I mention the hair extensions. My hair is very long, but as you can see it's extremely thin. It's always been this way. It's not down to my diet or damage, although I am overdue a haircut, but that's just how my hair grows. So the purpose of hair extensions is not to only add length but volume and thickness too, and that's what I use mine for. So now I'll show you the after. The extensions I chose were the Remy ones, the 22 inch, and they are 200 grams in weight. Once you get down to this length of hair you don't get to choose the weight, but for the shorter ones you do. You get a massive amount of hair with these extensions. I never use all of the pieces at one time. When my hair is down I just use the largest section of hair, and then if I want to add thickness to my hair when it's tied up, I'll use the 2 clip smaller extensions and then build up the thickness using a couple of those. So to give you a quick example of how I apply them, I've just chosen a section close to my face only so that you can see better. The reason why I don't wear all the extension pieces at once is because my hair is thin. I find it harder then to disguise the extensions, but to help with that I start out by backcombing a section of hair so it adds lift, and it also gives the clip something to grasp onto. I then applied the clip as close to my scalp as possible and then slide the extension into position. Once I'm happy then, I clip it into place. Once the extension is in place, you can see that the colour difference isn't too noticeable. I think it's because the extensions are only a little longer than my natural hair. If you had shoulder length hair and were using the extensions for the sole purpose of adding length, I think the colour difference would be much more noticeable. Moving on to styling now. So the extensions can be straightened and curled because they're 100% human hair. I find it easier to style the hair when it's off my head. It allows me then to get a more polished finish and also ensures that I get every single piece of hair. So I just wedge it in a drawer and that works grand for me. I'm using my trusty GHD to straighten the hair. Poor thing's on its last legs. It's been on the trot for the last 10 years, so excuse the sellotape holding it together, but they are well worth the money. For curling the hair, I use a babless curling wand. The hair holds the curl beautifully, almost too nicely. My own natural hair doesn't hold a curl very well, so when I've worn the extensions curled with my own hair, The curls of the extensions stayed curled nicely, and the curls in my own hair after a few hours had dropped considerably, so it ended up looking a little bit funny. Of course that's not a problem with the extensions, I just thought I'd mention it anyway. Maintenance wise, bear in mind because it is human hair, you need to look after it like you would your own head of hair. I use minimal heat defense sprays and treatments to keep the hair in good condition. I've had them for about 3 months now and I've noticed very little damage to the ends and a little hair loss as well when washing and drying. These are the products that I use on my extensions. They are high-end products, but if you keep an eye out in TK Maxx, you won't have to pay the high-end price tag. So overall, I really can't fault the company or the product. They were a pleasure to deal with and the quality of the extensions is fantastic. Customer service were extremely helpful and the extensions arrived quite quickly too. I think it took around 7 working days. They are definitely worth the money. And they were kind enough as well to give me a discount code for my subscribers, so I'll leave it here if that's any interest to you, and any other information I couldn't squeeze in I'll leave below. Thanks so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video.